Hi, this is Andy. Welcome back to another review video. Today I'm going to be unboxing and doing a review of the Aarke 1.2 litre stainless steel kettle. Now you can see in the background behind it is my old kettle, and I don't know about you guys, but I'm sure products are getting less and less quality. Now the reason I bought this stainless steel kettle is because the amount of plastic that is being used in kettles these days, and if you ask me, boiling water through plastic on a regular basis is just asking for trouble. I'm pretty sure that's not good for your health, and it was actually quite difficult to find a well-made, good quality stainless steel kettle that isn't got plastic everywhere. And even if it doesn't use it in the construction, it would use it in the filter or somewhere else where water gets poured through. And over time, I'm absolutely convinced that's going to be bad for your health. So the kettle behind, I can't remember how long I've had it. It's been a long time, so long that I can't remember how long it's been. And that's how long kettles used to last. A long time, probably 10 years, maybe even longer. And they just keep working, and there's nothing really wrong with that kettle apart from there is an awful lot of limescale deposits. I live in a hard water area here, very hard, and the limescale builds up to the point where I can't actually remove it anymore, and the limescale's working its way into drinks now. So to avoid that, I bought a new kettle, and I spent a lot of time researching this one. This has actually got a variable temperature control on it because I do like to drink green tea, which doesn't really want to have boiled water in it. So this gives me the option to lower the temperature of the water that's coming out, and also it is supposed to be a quiet boiling kettle, which is nice because I don't know if you've ever bought a kettle, got it home, and then realised it makes an absolute racket when you boil it. And if that's the first thing you're going to listen to in the morning, you don't really want something that makes a massive noise. So quiet boiling was quite high up on my list as well, as was build quality, which seems to be just non-existent anymore. I think companies just want you to buy another kettle for them from them as soon as possible, which means if they last 2 or 3 years, I think that's pretty much the standard now. So it took me a while to find this kettle, which seems, and we'll find out in this review, to be made in a very good quality way with proper quality materials. And the design wise as well, it looks very, very nice. This is made by Aarke or Aarke. I'm not sure exactly how to pronounce it. It is a Swedish design company, and I don't speak Swedish, so I don't know for sure. Sorry for the continuity change. I've just put the lights on in the kitchen because it's getting slightly dark in the UK winter daylight here. It's only 1:45, but alas, it is winter, so the sun is very low. Apologies for that. So let's get going with the unboxing. We'll do a few tests on the loudness of the boil, the quality of the components, and yeah, we'll take it from there and see if this really is a good quality kettle. So let's just have a quick look at the side of the box here. We have a removable limescale filter in stainless steel. The thing about a lot of these kettles is that is plastic quite often. There's like a plastic mesh, and also the surround is plastic, which means you're pouring through plastic every single time. This is stainless steel. That was a big point. A non-drip spout, heat retaining double wall design, so if you boil it and you don't pour it straight away, it's going to keep that warmer for longer or hotter for longer. We have an LED temperature indicator down here with the variable temperatures that you can boil it at. It has dry boil protection, which is quite useful. 360 degree swivel at the base. Heat safe handle, as you would expect. Easy to access lid button. Smooth opening of the lid. Right, that's the side. At the back here, it's talking about the Aarke kettle, a seamless electric kettle in stainless steel. The design is very strong in my opinion. It looks very nice, and we'll see what it is like in the flesh, so to speak. It says quiet boiling with a heat retaining double wall design. And at the bottom here, we've got temperature settings with LED indicators, 40 degrees, 75, 85, 95 and 100 degrees. So quite a few different temperature settings. And then down the bottom it says we are Aarke. Aarke is a Swedish design company. We design and engineer premium kitchen essentials for a more sustainable lifestyle. Through timeless design, smart engineering and durable materials, we turn your everyday routines into small moments of pleasure. Because Aarke, every day, is everything. Explore our range of products at aarke.com. And this is definitely something that I subscribe to. I would much rather pay a little bit more for something that is better quality, something that has been, the design has been thought of, that's been produced elegantly, designed elegantly, and made of quality components that you can enjoy. You use it every single day. I know a lot of people will use their kettle maybe several times a day. I certainly use it at least 2 or 3 times a day, sometimes more, depending on what's going on. And so I would like something that I enjoy the quality of, and not just a piece of mass-produced tat that breaks quickly and could be slowly poisoning me. So anyway, that's the box, and let's get it open and let's have a look at it. This box is beautiful as well. It's really good quality. There's not even any seams or tabs on the box either. I don't know if you can see that. I have no idea how to open it. Is it at the bottom? Ah, it's at the side. Okay. So, you know, when you see that they've been thinking about the box, how the box opens and the quality of the box, that's a good sign in my opinion. So in the top we have, I guess, the instructions. So we've got quick start instructions here. We've got the user guide and safety instructions. Ooh, and we have a polishing cloth. Like you would expect to see in some glasses, you've got a nice cloth in order to keep the fingerprints off and keep the watermarks off, I guess, as well. It's a nice touch. Right, you won't worry about the user guide just yet. There's quite a lot there, so I'll look through that at some point. You want to get to the good stuff. Here it is. This is the kettle. Feels a good weight. There's the base, and there's nothing else in the box. So that feels nice. Feels like a rubberized bottom to it, so just to protect whatever surface it sat on. It doesn't slip at all as well, which is nice. Oh, this looks really nice. Oh my word. First impressions are it's very nice. Yeah, the design is amazing. Look at that, it's just seamless. Okay, I might be getting a bit carried away. Check out the opening. Let's see if you can see a better view of it. The opening action. It's got a soft opening action. Oh my days, that is beautiful. Let's see if we can do that close up. Oh, that's been thought about. So let's have a look inside. As you can see, this is the removable stainless steel filter there. All stainless steel around the top. The top of the lid is stainless steel. From what I can see, the only plastic we have is the seal. There's like a silicone rubber seal around the top, which obviously you need something to stop the steam coming out. And that's the only piece of non-stainless steel in there. Obviously the water won't touch, the boiling water won't touch that at all. It's only in there and then comes out of here. And look at this, you don't see this very often. There is a screw. And there's some more screws in the lid. here and here. There's no plastic clips anywhere. This has been properly built and put together. My first impressions are very good. It feels lovely. And it goes on the base. Comme ça. So I guess we should fill it up and give it a go, should we? I imagine there's something about boiling it for the first time and throwing away the water or something, just if there's any production residue or something, but I'll check the quick start guide. I've kept the other kettle just to compare how long it takes for the boil and to compare the sound as well. Okay, underneath you can wrap the flex around here if you want to shorten it, but it doesn't actually have a particularly long flex, but it doesn't bother me. It's certainly not an issue for my situation here. I imagine most people won't be far away from a plug socket in their kitchen, so I imagine people don't want too much of the flex hanging around anyway. But if you wanted to shorten it, you can wrap it around here a few times. Shall we try it? Yeah, that's very easy. You can just shorten it very easily by wrapping it around there. I'm just going to check the instruction manual for the first time using it. Clean the appliance by filling it with clear cold water to the max level mark. Turn the appliance on to allow the water to boil. Let the appliance cool down for 5 minutes before repeating the process. Boil in the appliance at least 2 times before boiling water for drinking and wipe with a damp cloth. As I expected, you just got to boil it a few times to clean it before first use. Okay, let's fill it with water and see how we go. Now in the instructions it told me to fill it up to the max for the first time, just to clean it, so I'll do the same on this one. So let's see what you have to do. That's plugged in. We'll turn it on. So you press it one and the 100 degrees light lights up. If you press it again, it goes to 40 degrees, 75, 85, 95, 100. It's very simple. You just press it to whatever temperature you want. So let's see what it sounds like and how long it takes. I should time this, shouldn't I? Obviously I'll fast forward through this, but let's see what it sounds like while it's boiling. Okay, I think it's probably coming to the end of its boiling cycle, and it is very, very quiet. I'll stand a bit closer. It's more of a rumble. A lot of kettles have a very high-pitched boil with a lot of noise, but this is very quiet. It's just like a low rumble. It's very quiet. It's quite a nice sound as well. That is amazing. That is very quiet. You could definitely have a conversation stood next to this and you'd hardly hear it. Yep, it must be close to boiling because I can see the steam coming out the top. That is so quiet. Yep, this is the last bit now. And that's it. It didn't even click off or anything. There's no noise of it clicking off. It's just stopped. That is amazing. I'm very impressed with that, I've got to say. Pleasantly surprised. Right, let's see what the heat is like. The handle's completely cold. The top is completely cold. There is some heat in the side wall, But that's not even, I expected that to be hotter. It is not. There's nowhere that is particularly hot. Maybe the very tip, because we've got it absolutely full, because the instructions say to fill it and boil it for the first time. But that is very good. Right, let's pour away the boiling water. Okay, this time when I boil it, I'm going to switch my kettle on as well, and we'll see how long it takes the two to boil. I'll switch them on at the same time. Straight away, my old kettle is making a lot more noise. I can't hear anything from the new kettle. So we're getting close to the end of the boil now, I think, and you can now start to hear the Aarke kettle compared to my old one. But again, it's a much lower rumble. It's not actually that loud. The old kettle's still much louder. It's producing the majority of the noise. You can hear the Aarke kettle boiling now. That's it. The Aarke kettle's finished. The light has remained constant. It's no longer flashing. So it's finished before the old one. Quite a long time before. So the other one's still going. Just starting to show steam now. And that's the other one that's just finished. So I would say that was probably a good 20 seconds sooner that it's boiled, and a lot quieter as well. So that's another big tick for the Aarke kettle. Let's do a bit of a pour test, shall we? Yeah, it pours perfectly. Often when a kettle is full, the water can come out very quickly sometimes, but that's fine. My old one. Still okay. My old one does tend to rush out a little bit when it's full, but that was my cack-handedness really that spilt that. Also okay. That's 2. 3. Right, so that's, what would you say, about 3.5? So that's 3.5 cups that was in there, maybe a bit more, and that wasn't particularly scientific. So if you're boiling a kettle and you want to make several cups of teas at once, this is not a massive capacity kettle. That will comfortably do 3 cups. That's a reasonable size cup, maybe 3.5. But after that, you would have to reboil the kettle for any more. So if you've got a big family and you're all drinking tea or coffee at the same time, then you will need to reboil the kettle. So that's something to think about. So the last thing I want to do now is just to put a couple of cups worth in and see how quickly that boils. Obviously the last 2 times now it's been totally full. It's 2. Let's give it a little bit for luck. Right. That's interesting. That pretty much is dead on the minimum level. There's a max and a minimum level in the kettle. It doesn't show you how many cups, and it doesn't have one of those plastic windows on the side either. So as a rule of thumb there, that's quite handy for me. Most of the time I'll be boiling the kettle for a couple of people, so that's good to know. If I fill it to the min level, I'll get 2 cups out of that. So let's press the button once. It defaults to 100 degrees. That's Celsius, obviously, which is boiling point. I don't know what it is in Fahrenheit, and we'll see how quickly it boils. So there's immediately a different tone when there's less water in there. It's less rumbly, there is a higher tone. We'll take away the old kettle now whilst we're waiting. Interestingly, I don't know if you can see that, but on my electricity meter it's using 74 pence an hour to boil the kettle, and I'm pretty sure that my old one was a lot more, well, more than that anyway. So it's still quite quiet. It's gone back to the quiet rumbly. That's very quiet. That's very quiet. And it's done. And you can hardly hear it click off or anything. It's just, there is an LED here that flashes whilst it's boiling, and then it goes solid once it's done, so you know it's done. Obviously it just becomes silent when it's done as well, but that's very nice. Okay, so I've just got my old kettle boiling out of shot now, and if we have a look at the electricity meter now, it's reading 92 pence, and it was 72 pence. It's actually 93 now. So yeah, it's not a massive amount, but it is more efficient. It's using less electricity to boil quicker and quieter, which is what you'd expect, I guess, from a more modern kettle. But that's nice to see. What was it, 72 to 94? So that's a reasonable percentage drop in how much energy it's using to boil that kettle. That's good to see. So there we have it. That is the Aarke or Aarke Swedish designed kettle. My conclusion is I'm very happy with that. It is very nicely made, just what I was hoping for, just what I wanted. Beautifully constructed, beautifully designed, with no seams on it at all, with a nice Aarke logo. Not only is it there, it's riveted on the front as if to show you how important construction and quality of materials is. So there we have it. I'll put a link down in the description for this kettle if you want to get one yourself. I think it is definitely worth getting. It is quite a bit more money than your normal kettle. If you want a cheap kettle, it will be quite a bit more. But in the mid to the high range of kettle prices, it is up there. It is expensive, but you're getting quality materials, better design, better construction, and I really do think you're getting what you pay for in this particular example. I can't obviously give you a long-term review. I'm very happy to come back in a few years and let you know how this is getting on, but I would hope that this kettle is going to last for many, many years, and I believe off the top of my head from my research, I would have to check this, and I'll correct myself in the edit if I'm wrong, but I believe there's a 5-year guarantee with this kettle, which is another reason why I bought it, because I believe that Aarke do stand by the quality of their manufacture, and not many other companies will have such a long guarantee on their item, because I think they expect you to replace it within a few years, but I'm hoping this will last many, many years to come. So thank you for watching. This gets a big thumbs up from me. If you could give this video a thumbs up, I would appreciate that. It really does make a difference. Subscribe for more product reviews, and let me know what you think down in the comments. Thanks for watching.